Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. This is caught. It's Ryan Bland. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. They go play action now. Haskins, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Haskins, only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here are the starters defensively for the Cowboys. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple of touchdowns. We got this thing locked down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Just bowling over tacklers. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. The numbers for Zeke from last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. 7 yards there and a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Well, Charles, looked like that had to be a mix-up there defensively.
You always question that type of confusion. They actually lost him in the middle of the field, gave him all sorts of room to run, and he took big-time advantage of it. That's an error you just can't make on the defensive side of the ball.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Prescott now. That one complete to Elliott. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it into his receiver, Cooper, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered it. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first, and ideal.
Pass complete to Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Dallas.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to... return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The pass complete to Ryan Grant. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Prescott to throw it. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. A first down carry by Elliott. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 31, Prescott. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got his man. That's Wallace. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry, 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. From the 29, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 18. Prescott now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 2nd down. Now Prescott being chased out left. Caught. It's Wilson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 yards there and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
To throw is Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Haskins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Out to his left. He's able to find Wallace. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Hey, kill. 27. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Geis with a carry on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Completes this one to Meredith. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Prescott to throw this time. Steps away to his left. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. 19 yards that time for number 19. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They keep on the ground with Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott, flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 28.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Prescott eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another
pass. Complete to number 82. Touchdown, Dallas. Brett Maher on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point by Maher, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. The Redskins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they? Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Pulled in at the 24. A minute 50 to go here in the first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. The best multitasker in the business, the coach. He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar.
Let's go.
Prescott now from the 50. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And bulldozing through multiple tackles. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Prescott on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And he works it past the... almost to the 25. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago. And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards away. The kick by Maher is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute. But first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vince Williams picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Prescott. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Check tight end, check tight. We're going to 54. Why?
On first down, it's Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll buy some time right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 19.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run on first down. Elliott, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackle.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to pour it on.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Extra point by Maher, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now left side on the swing pass. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. And this one complete to Reed. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start cooking.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. Draw play, Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Marr on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That's going to be caught by Richardson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads will be fairly clear
that is
by the time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott now, flush to his right. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Prescott off play action. They'll roll him out right. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. On second down, it's Pollard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Here's Pollard again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing the receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 yards there, first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Akram Wadley, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Redskin first down. The pickup, 15 yards. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Haskins now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Love. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Third down. Here's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one, maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. They complete it to Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Wadley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, Pollard. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On the carry, it's Wadley. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Pollard. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. They've gone final now out in Kansas City. And it was the Raiders who were able to come away with a victory there. Derek Carr, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now Haskins, incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.